guys! I'm hyper today. Hey everyone, it's Lainey again. So I've been hearing a lot about the first time tag, and I've been thinking, why in the world are people sharing that story online to so many people? And then I realized it has nothing to do with what I thought it was about. So now I'm hopping on the bandwagon too. My first YouTube video was me singing 9 Crimes by Damien Rice, and I waited a whole year to upload it just because I thought so many people would watch it and critique it, and I was just afraid of what they might think. Once I posted it, after 2 years, I got 30 views. And then I had 1 comment from the friend I sent it to, so what was the worrying for? I don't know. You could say that video launched my YouTube channel. My first crush was this boy who I had classes with from preschool all the way through 5th grade. I guess the teachers just wanted us to be together, but didn't quite work out for them that way. I thought he was the cutest, sweetest boy to walk the earth, and every time I would look at my class schedule and see that he was in it too, I'd be like, oh my gosh, yes! In preschool, I tried to kiss him on the cheek, and I'm pretty sure he thought I had cooties because he ran away. But that's okay. Oh, those cooties. My first plane ride was to Hawaii, which is so cool, but it was when I was 1. And I cannot remember a single thing about Hawaii. Thank you, parents. My first date was in 5th grade. I invited this boy I had a crush on to my birthday party to come make these little chocolate molds, and we could fill them with different colors of chocolate and make rainbow chocolate bars. It was so cool. I ended up spilling the chocolate all over both of us, so it worked out super well, but he still gave me this little charm necklace that like opened up, and it was a little wish box. I still have it actually, which is, I guess, kind of weird. And I guess that wasn't really a date. Okay, moving on. My first instrument was piano, and I had this Russian piano teacher with a really heavy accent. So one day when my mom asked me what I had learned that day, I said, quarter half note. And my mom was like, wait, what? Oh, Lainey, no, it's quarter half note. And I was like, oh, what? And she was like, Lainey, that's just her accent. I guess I was just a really smart little kid or something. My first broken bone was when I was around 8 years old. My dog was spinning around my living room, chasing his tail, and I was leaning over to hug my dad goodnight, and then there's this big honkin' glass table sitting in the center of the room, so my dog's tail hits me as I'm leaning over, and I fall face first into the glass table, and I broke my nose and got 2 black eyes. Basically, I looked like a really creepy clown with like a pancake nose. Yeah, had lots of friends that year. First love. The things I could tell you about that. Nothing. Because I haven't been there yet. Nope. Someday! My first enemy was, I think, my old next door neighbor, and I don't really have that many enemies in the world. Well, at least I sure hope not. He used to shoot my dad and I with his airsoft gun as we drove in our driveway after school. I mean, what the heck? A 10-year-old girl for target practice or rocks? I'd totally choose rocks. My first lost tooth was when I was at a sleepover and I had a really wiggly tooth. So my friend's mom decided she was going to help me out with that. So she got a piece of floss, tied it around my tooth, then tied the other end around a doorknob. I think you see where this is going. And then slammed the door. People actually do that. I can still feel it. My first realistic memory was from when my brother and I were about 3 and 4 years old, and we saw exterminators outside of our house trying to deal with an ant problem. So we thought, oh my gosh, let's help out. And so we got some ants from the windowsill and picked them up and put them on a flashlight to fry them. But what the exterminators didn't do is challenge each other to eat the ants afterward. Yeah, ants are spicy. My first boyfriend was when I was in 7th grade and he was in 6th grade, and I really liked him, and I found out, ooh, he secretly liked me too. And so he got the nerve up to ask me out, and so we went out for about like a year and a half, which only consisted of us sometimes holding hands around school if we both felt confident enough that day, maybe even sitting next to each other at lunch. Ooh, we lived on the wild side. And then we broke up after about a year saying we just wanted to be friends. Not that that was pretty much any different. My first and hopefully last surgery was this past January, and it was to get my wisdom teeth taken out. And I was terrified because I just hate surgeons and anesthesia and needles and all that goes along with surgery. And so I apparently took it better than I thought I would, because when I came out to the car, I looked in the mirror and saw my gauze-filled cheeks and said, "I look like I'm playing Chubby Bunny." My first best friend was a girl who I was friends with from basically when I knew what a friend was up until I was 4 years old, and we hung out constantly throughout our Barbie phase, our 24/7 hide-and-go-seek phase, and then she told me through a Hawaiian goodbye song that she was moving to Hawaii, and my little heart was crushed. And then she told me a few years later that she was moving to New Zealand, and I thought, man, I must have been a really bad friend. My first computer game was Putt-Putt Enters the Race, and I just loved sending that little car around town, doing all the little tasks, and getting suspicious-looking gas, and getting it painted different colors 500 bajillion times, even though there were only 5 colors in total. Little kids are so easily amused. My first sentence was, "I do it!" Well, at least that's what my mom told me in that same exact voice. Yeah, I was a confident little toddler. My first fear was when I was a little kid, my sister and I would goof around and stuff before bedtime, and we'd be brushing our teeth, and she would do this face where she would jut out her lower jaw and do these really creepy evil eyes and hold her arms out like that and just like follow me around, and I would freak out. Now that I think of it, it's kind of like the Jack's Films face. No offense, Jack, if you're watching this. My first concert was NSYNC in 4th grade, and it was so cool! I just couldn't get enough of seeing JC and Justin running around the stage doing Dirty Pop and Space Cowboy, and I was just so overwhelmed and excited by the whole experience. The bad part was I had earplugs in the whole time, and I was covering my ears with my hands because my parents told me that if I wasn't careful, I might go deaf the next day. So thanks to my parents, I only remember muffled versions of the songs. Just kidding, Mom and Dad. I love you guys. You know who else I love? You! If you're watching this, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all of your support. And please make sure to like this video and comment on it and share with your family and friends and pets and teachers and anything else that breathes. Thanks for watching. You know what to do. Hit subscribe and I'll post more for you. Bye!